this 5-game point streak, what's been working for your team?
I think the compete level that we have as a group, even if we're not playing our best game, guys are buying in. They're doing the things that need to be done, blocking shots, getting pucks out. I think our special teams are doing really well, and they're creating a lot off the power play. The kills, getting the job done, and I think those things are important.
Speaking of special teams, you talked about the penalty kill. What's been that difference, and what's allowed you guys to be successful on it, especially with Simon Holmstrom's short-handed goal the other day?
Yeah, it's we have our trigger moments. We know when we need to go, and I think we're all on the same page. When one guy goes, then everyone goes, and you can see that happening. We're getting clears, we're getting face-offs. Our guys are doing an unbelievable job in the dot, and we're getting pucks down the ice right off the hop and killing 15, 20 seconds. I think our stands at the blue line are really good, and kind of everything's just working right now, and we're a unit. We're not individuals out there. We're working as a unit, and that's important.
This team's been more electric offensively. What's been that difference this year through 8 games?
Guys are hungry. We want to prove ourselves. We want to prove that we're a team that can compete for the playoffs, and guys are buying in and doing what they have to do. It's coming from everyone, and that's huge.
The team has depth at defense, especially with Warren coming in, making his NHL debut. How special was that to see him in front of friends and family, skating for his hometown team?
Yeah, I mean it's an incredible. It was an incredible night for him, or I guess afternoon. First NHL game for with the team that you grew up watching, and to get 2 points in that match as well, it's exciting. I don't think you could ask for anything more. The way he plays, the way he competes, the way he works out there is incredible, and he deserved every minute that he got on that ice.
Finally, what's the mindset heading into Boston tomorrow, and then the rest of the week on the road trip?
Boston's always a tough place to play in, and their team's playing really well right now. So, we're going in with the mindset that we have to do what we've been doing from the get-go. They're big, and they play heavy, and that's been their style since I've been in the league. So it's going to be a good test for us, and we're excited for the challenge.
What's been working for this team in the 5-game point streak?
A lot of commitment, I think, from everyone. A lot of sacrifice. We're on the same page, and we're working extremely hard, to get point, to climb up the standing, and everyone is buying in, and it feels like a good energy right now. Everyone's pushing the same way, so it's always fun. We're playing as a team.
Speaking of commitment, the penalty kill has been really strong lately. What's been that difference, and also Simon Holmstrom getting that shorthanded goal the other day?
Yeah, it's something we've worked a lot on, and we're going to keep building and working on it. We've given some goals, at the end of the kill sometime, but we've been doing a good job. But we want to keep working, on it. We want to be better, and we know that can make a big difference in a game. The other game we got one, but we also gave one up, so it makes a big difference. There's some good power plays in this league, and penalty kill is extremely important, and everyone takes pride, so we want to keep building on it.
What have you seen from Holmstrom in the past two games since he was elevated to your line?
I always thought he was a key player since he came in. His first year here, and I just see so much growth in his game. His hockey IQ, it's outstanding, but just his skill, his confidence, and you see him the past couple of games how it was a game difference. He makes a big difference in every game he's playing, and I saw even more in the last couple of games where he's playing with that confidence, that protecting his puck, blocking shots, making all those little details sometimes that you're not always seeing on the score sheet, but I guess in the past couple we have. But he does all those little details that makes a big difference at the end of the game, and he's an extremely great teammate. So I'm happy for him to see finally get on the score sheets and get rewarded.
You and him are both such effective penalty killers, but also pop up on the score sheet sometimes shorthanded. What makes him and you so effective on the penalty kill, especially when a shorthanded goal is needed in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. I think we've had a extremely good chemistry off the ice and on the ice. It's a bit it cannot translate on the ice after. We talk a lot of communication, where we're going to be on the ice, a lot of reps together, so we get to know where we're going to be on the ice, which where we're going to put pressure, and on those key moments we're always ready to go the other way. I think we have the same mentality on that end, so that clicks.
And finally, how special was it to see Warren make his NHL debut in skating for his hometown team?
Yeah, it was amazing. We talked a little bit in the morning. I still remember my first game, but to see him, with all those little butterflies, and I think it just makes you happy as a teammate to see him, and he did so well for us. He worked so hard all his career, and he deserved that chance, and he took it. He did a great job for us during that game. Luckily for him, we talked a bit about history, and what he asked me what I did in my first game. I'm like, I couldn't do my pregame nap. Thankfully, it was a 12:30 game for him. He didn't have to do his nap, and I think he was super excited, but he didn't show. He showed a lot of composure, and he played awesome for us.
So you didn't get your pregame nap. What else do you remember from your first game playing for Ottawa?
Yeah, I was in Philly also, so that's what was kind of special. So it reminded me some great memories, and obviously you don't always know the whole systems, or you kind of just try to trust your instinct. And I remember that feeling, just coming in and trying to leave everything on the ice, and I think he did. You could see how hard he was working every shift, and I was extremely proud of him and happy for him.
Warren's work ethic is so outstanding, and of course an NHL debut is exciting for any player, but for him, with that special Islanders connection there, being a fan, was it evident to you, like the extra pep in his step on Saturday?
Oh yeah, it's kind of surreal. I feel like you could feel it. I don't know what's the exact word. I said butterfly earlier, but just the joy I think in his eyes was contagious. You see how much it meant to him, and that's contagious. I think everyone got a little bit of that from him, and that was a great moment to live with him.
Is there a plan for Romanov to play tomorrow?
No, not for tomorrow.
And Shabanov, is he traveling?
He hasn't
or?
skated yet.
Well, so he's not going to be on the road?
No, he won't be on the road.
What have you seen since Simon Holmstrom has kind of been on the third line? What have you seen from his game?
It's a lot of good things. First of all, I feel like he's skating really well. He's protecting his puck very well. I feel like he's gaining confidence with his shot. You guys asked me a question maybe 2 weeks ago about the number of shots he had, and then he started putting pucks on net, and he scored. So I feel like maybe it's just a confidence thing. So I feel like his confidence is getting back as well.
Is Scott Mayfield going to make the trip?
Yeah, he will play.
Okay.
I think he will play tomorrow. I'll be very surprised. It's more maintenance than anything, so I expect him to play tomorrow.
And is the plan for Marshall to stay in the lineup or come out for Boquist?
We'll make a decision tomorrow morning on this one.
With Holmstrom, what does he do so well defensively without the puck?
Well, he's got great reads. I just feel like the connection between Pageau and him is pretty good for us in a way that they feel each other, they read each other, and it seems to me that they're connecting really well.
This was the first time we got to see your overtime plan with those three guys starting, Horvat, Schaefer, and what do you see in the potential for that threesome given all the skills they have?
Well, a lot of speed too. It was nice to see those three together, and they had their chances. And I think that was something that we'll certainly think about repeating. So it was nice to do. But I will say this: we had a lot of options in that game. We had a lot of guys that could play, and so it was. It's nice to see.
I assume Schaefer's. It seems obvious, but it seems like Schaefer's skill set fits that 3-on-3 very well.
Yes, it does. What I will. It's probably your next question, but I'm very impressed the way that obviously he support the attack, but I'm also very impressed the way he defends, penalty killing. He's in those shooting lanes. He blocks shots. He's having great reads. He's quick on those loose puck, those 50-50, and he wins those battles. So very impressed the way he defends lately. He hasn't get pointed in the last two games, but he defends really well.
Is it plan to go with Sorokin tomorrow?
Yes, Sorokin will play tomorrow. Riddick will play against Carolina, and Ilya will be back against Washington.
You had mentioned in the past that you trust Simon Holmstrom. You've said it a few times, but is it rare to find maybe somebody who kind of has that complete game, especially on the defensive side, from a forward who still is fairly young like he is?
Is it rare?
Yeah.
I don't think it is rare. There's a lot of guys, like, example, Patrice Bergeron was very good defensively and offensively. So I think Simon has that ability to be very reliable defensively, but also capable of putting numbers on the board.
Let's talk about Pageau and Holmstrom's chemistry, but especially shorthanded. What clicks so well?
Other than the read, I would say they do a very good job, on the loose puck and create some 2-on-1s. I mean, how many goals did they score shorthanded? That was an example against the Flyers. Simon jumped into it. So they have that quality of being able to read those plays very well together, and they're really, working well.
What's your thoughts on shootouts, especially as a goalie?
Try to win the game, no?
No, do you think it's harder than going up against a breakaway with speed, or you think what's your thoughts on shootouts in general and how you'd play one?
It doesn't really matter. When I was playing, it didn't really
Right.
matter if the guy would go very slow. But I didn't have that many shootout. I mean, the only really shootout I had in my career was in Nagano in the Olympics. But in my days, there was no shootout.
Right.
There was tie after a overtime. So I would love to be in that position to have the chance to win the game out of shootout. Would have been something I probably would work harder at in the practice and stuff like this. So